So, welcome back to Sharing Your Experiences. This time, I'm bringing you one of the most successful leaders, especially as a woman that I know, Vicky Ferrer. And she has been a leader in one of those unexpected places in the Middle East, where when you think about leaders, what comes to your mind? Mostly men. But she was able to change that place and become one of the greatest leaders in that area. And without further ado, let's start with this great opportunity. Maybe, Vicky, you would like to add some more fantastic words about you.
Thank you, Federico, and thank you for inviting me to this interview. Well, my story as a leader in the Middle East was something unexpected. I reached the Middle East because I got married to a Jordanian. And being married to a Jordanian, I was exposed to the Middle East culture, the Middle East life, and even to the language. And in one of those days, I was asked in Jordan to join a Toastmasters club. I didn't know what Toastmasters Club was. I thought they were selling toasters or something. And because she was a friend, I said, okay, let me try it. And I became the president founder of the first Toastmasters Club in Jordan. And that was when my leadership journey continued. And after Jordan, we had to go to Qatar because my husband had the job in Qatar. And I was very sad because I was leaving Jordan. And then what about my Toastmasters? Only to find out that in Toastmasters in Qatar, there were two clubs at that time in the year 2000. And I joined the first club, which was Doha Toastmasters. Mind you, they were all men, and there were probably only two women. And I said, why not? I really want to continue my journey. So I did. And I started there as a founder of several clubs in Qatar. And then I became the area director. And then, well, at that time it was called area governor and then division governor. I was privileged because my fellow Toastmasters and fellow leaders really did not think of gender, or they didn't think that, okay, this leader is a foreigner. Imagine a Filipina who has reached Qatar. How can she be a leader? There was no mentality of that, no thinking. And thirdly, they just believed in me. They probably thought, okay, here's a lady who's willing to work. So we started organizing new clubs because we wanted our, how do you say, our small number of clubs to be an area and then to be a division and eventually be part of a district. I was privileged because I met so many, especially from the Indian community, to the point that I started loving Indian food, and my friends were from the Indian community. And not only that, because I was dealing with different nationalities, most of them were expats, and of course, the locals. And because I was privileged of learning the Arabic language, I was able to communicate with them until I reached the district governorship, where I was holding at that time 7 countries: the UAE, Kuwait, Oman, Jordan, Lebanon, Bahrain, and Qatar. And this is something, it was challenging for me, the first Filipina woman district governor. And how could I be able to deal with the different nationalities? I learned through experience. And I found out that there were many ways that I had learned how to be a leader. One of them is never say no. When a leader or a member asks you for help, always say yes. And even if I cannot personally help that person, I would always refer that person to another one who can easily help, and I give a follow up. The result, when I ask them for help, they will always say, how can I say no to Vicky? This is the loveliest part of being a leader and being a servant leader. Another thing is become a role model. Live your example, values, principles inside your home and outside your home. Within my family, you will not believe I have several Toastmasters. Two of them are immediate past area directors. Both of them are on their way to their DTMs. And two other children of mine are also Toastmasters. And probably what I thought of was that I did something good so that I could influence my children to join the Toastmasters. Thirdly, one realizes if you're part of the Toastmasters community, you are never alone. Now that we are here in the corona pandemic, and I have to stay indoors because of my vulnerability to get infected by the virus, I reached out to online meetings and met new friends. I call them the best friends Zoom. And this is valuable. I met you, Federico, through Zoom. I met many other friends through Zoom, and look how our camaraderie is going on. I am thankful as a leader. And if any of you are given the chance to be a leader, even if you are in doubt, even if you think that you don't have the experience, grab the opportunity, because this opportunity will never come back. And you will be thankful, like how I am today, that I grabbed the opportunity and was able to reach the leadership. And I'm happy about it.
Thank you, Vicky. Now, do you believe that you were born as a leader or is something that you develop over your life? Do you believe that everyone can become a leader? Because some people believe that you need to born as a leader.
I don't believe that we have to be born leaders. You develop it. Although I must say, I come from a family of leaders. My father was a former minister of the local government, and he worked with one of several presidents as the presidential executive assistant. So I grew up in this political family. However, I didn't want to become a leader. I was always saying, "Oh my God, my dad is, always busy with his political life." So I was like hesitant. I said, "I will never step into leadership." Therefore, I grew up just being exposed and not wanting to be a leader. As you mature and as opportunities come to you, you don't want to say no. You always want to say yes. And I believe that if you really want to take the opportunity, go for it. We all are leaders. We all are leaders, in fact, without a title. Being a mother in a household, I was a leader. In fact, we joke about it. It's called domestic engineering. Being a leader in your society, being a leader among the Filipino communities, being a leader anywhere will bring you to something that you can show the qualities and be an example to others. Therefore, I believe we are not born leaders, we can develop ourselves.
Thank you, Vicky. Now, let's go a little bit deeper in this about leadership. What do you think we miss to encourage more people to become leaders as you? We need more young leaders and even more women in leadership roles. I completely believe that we need more women in these positions that can help us build a better place.
Yes, I believe so. It's because for me as a woman, I'm talking about myself. When a problem is presented to me as a district director, I would always think 5 years ahead. I would always think what will be the problems that we may encounter. And because of the problems that we may encounter, I start solving it already ahead of time with the team. So we discuss, we say, okay, these are the things that are the challenges that we may face. How do we solve this? So when challenges come, we think ahead of time and we're able to solve them without really becoming stressed about it. I believe us women also, we are resilient. We always feel that, yes, we can do this. Yes, I can be able to, reach it no matter what happens. Women have special qualities in themselves as characters and the attitude. I really believe that we should always empower women. Not that I'm saying men are amazing, they are awesome and they can do the work done. Just give us, how do you say, a chance for the women to grow, to empower themselves, because don't forget, these women can also be the mothers to children who will be the future leaders. Yes, I thank you, Federico, for that. Let us empower women. Let us empower each other. Men, encourage your wives, encourage your fiancés to be leaders. It is a great world where we find that there is equality among men and women.
I completely agree with your words. I always admire when some women become leaders and they can do more. We need more like you became, and I would like that more people are built. So I had two last questions. The first one, do you believe that it's the responsibility of a leader to build more leaders, or don't you think so?
I believe so. Again, when I was the area governor division, I would always look out for potential leaders. I would even go to the new members or even to the guests because I would say, okay, this is a potential leader. And I start including them in our teams. They start learning and they become more enthusiastic. Give them the chance also to decide for the team, because in this way they don't feel left out. They feel important. They feel that whatever decision, suggestion, recommendation that they give you is honored and acknowledged. This is very important. Always look for potential leaders. Tomorrow, I will not be here, but we have future leaders whom we have groomed and have nurtured and have prepared, who will be more than willing to take your place. So let's do that, Federico. Let's all encourage each other, look for new people, look for potential leaders. And today, well, this morning we just had an online meeting with the leaders in Qatar, and we were telling stories about how we had encouraged each other to be leaders. And now they are district directors, PQDs, club growth directors, division directors, area directors. This is what helping each other and supporting each other. This is what Toastmasters is all about. And this is what leadership is all about.
Thank you for those fantastic words. And the last question, Vicky. I know that you're going to create your own podcast, and I would like that you encourage the people to already start knowing about it. Maybe you could tell us something. What is going to be this podcast about, and people get interested on, and most importantly, how they can reach you through which social medias so they can know more about your podcast.
Thank you very much. Federico, I was always mystified by podcasts, but I wanted to present something different. And I wanted to also give the interviewees a chance to say something that they have not shared before. The title of my podcast is Untold 8.8 with Vicky Ferrer. And of course, Federico, you'll be joining me there in the future. What is it all about? We share what is untold. We share our secrets. We share our mystery. We share something that people can benefit. And most of all, we are doing this as community service. We are now in the corona pandemic. How should we help each other? And you will be wondering, what is 8.8 minutes? 8.8 minutes is how you are going to share your story. And this is what we call, how do you say, Untold Stories 8.8. And I hope, Federico, you'll be joining me in those interviews. As we have discussed earlier, there will be very, very interesting interviews. And I would like that the people to follow us. It will be in Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I promise you, this will be something different, something that you will all look forward to watching and listening to.
Thank you very much, Vicky. For sure, I will work with you because we need to bring more stories that many of us we don't know about it, and they can create a better place. Any final thoughts that you would like to leave to our audience, Vicky?
I would just like to encourage each other that we need more leaders today. We need more women. We need more men. Most of all, I am also embarking in developing the teenagers. My son, Hossam Ali, has this idea of empowering the teenagers. Why? They are our future leaders. We are the leaders today, but what about tomorrow? And we are not giving a lot of time for training these teenagers. Are they ready to take up the leadership roles? Maybe yes, maybe not. But it is our responsibility to take care of our teenagers, take care of our young generation, be able to give them workshops, hone their skills so that by the time they are part of the society as a mature individual, they are ready to take up the leadership and communicators role.
Thank you very much, Vicky. Hopefully, we'll be see you soon. And as always, I encourage you to become an agent of change. See you the next time.
Thank you, Federico, for this opportunity.